Remember the last time you ate your favorite dish? I'm sure you probably gobbled it up and lounged around watching TV or taking a nap. But while you were relaxing, your body was hard at work. Do you know of the number of processes that took place from the very moment that the food touched your tongue? Let's see how digestion in the human body works. Our objective is to understand the passage of food through the digestive system. The digestive system is made up of the alimentary canal and the other organs like the liver and the pancreas. The alimentary canal is a long tunnel with different organs like stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. Now, when we eat, saliva is secreted, which partially breaks down the food and lubricates the food particles and makes them easy to swallow. This mass of food is called bolus. The bolus reaches the opening of the esophagus. The esophagus is a pipe which is about 10 inches long. It passes food from the throat region to the stomach. But the throat region has another passageway called the windpipe. When we swallow food in the form of small bolus, a special flap called the epiglottis flaps down over the opening of our windpipe to make sure that the food enters the esophagus and not the windpipe. Once food enters the esophagus, it doesn't just drop right into the stomach. Instead, muscles in the walls of the esophagus contract in a wave-like pattern to slowly squeeze the food through the esophagus. Attached to the end of the esophagus is the stomach, a muscular expandable sac that is shaped like the letter J. The stomach is like a mixer, churning and mashing all the small balls of food that come down from the esophagus into smaller pieces. It does this with the help of strong muscles present in the walls of the stomach and the acidic gastric juices secreted by the glands in the stomach walls. These gastric juices help in the breakdown of food and get the mixture ready for the next part of the digestive system, which is the small intestine. But the small intestine cannot break down food to obtain nutrients by itself. It gets help from 3 other organs of the digestive system. These organs are the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. They are not part of the alimentary canal, but are the accessory organs of the digestive system. They secrete different juices into the small intestine. These juices help to digest food and allow the body to absorb the nutrients. The pancreas secretes juices that help the body digest fats and proteins. A juice from the liver called the bile helps to break down fat, and the gallbladder is like the warehouse for this bile, holding on to the extra amounts to be used whenever it is required. After all of this mixing of the food with the juices, the content becomes very thin and watery. It moves into the lower part of the small intestine, where it will eventually get absorbed. When the digested food is almost at the end of its journey through the small intestine, the nutrients from the food finally pass through the walls of the small intestine and enter the blood. The undigested food is then passed into the large intestine. In this part, water is absorbed and the solid waste is excreted out. Let us summarize. The digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and other organs. Saliva mixed with food is called bolus. The esophagus passes food from the throat to the stomach. The stomach churns, mixes food with acidic gastric juice secreted by gastric glands. Gastric juices help in the breakdown of food. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice that helps digest fats and proteins. Bile juice from liver breaks down fat. Gallbladder stores bile juice. Undigested food is passed into the large intestine. Phew, thank goodness our body is so good at digestion. I can't imagine not being able to eat the burgers, the veggies, and ice creams just because my digestive system couldn't handle it. Speaking of ice creams, do you know that not brushing your teeth regularly can permanently damage your pearly whites? Well, don't forget to check out how tooth decay can be prevented in one of our other videos.